So let's see the first phylum of animal kingdom, that is phylum Porifera. Their common name, they are called sponge because they have a sponge like structures, that is why they are called sponge. If you will see the habitat, they are completely aquatic, they lives in water and mostly marine. So they are generally found in marine water. There are very rare sponge which are found in fresh water. Next is, if you will see the body of these organisms, as the name suggests, they are called sponge because they have a porous body. Porous means they have a pores all over the body. Sponge तो सबने देखा है, जैसे बाथ स्पॉन्ज होता है, स्क्रबर होता है. So they exactly have the same structure like that. जैसे स्पॉन्ज होता है जिसके ऊपर pores present होते हैं. Similarly, these organisms are also like sponge. Next is symmetry, is the radial symmetry. So radial symmetry we have already discussed. Diploblastic type of organisms, cellular level of organization. These are the only phylum, the organisms in animal kingdom which have cellular level of organization. It doesn't mean that they are unicellular, but they have just the cells, but these cells can be present in the aggregate. Next is the intracellular digestion. As you know, the cells, the cellular level of organization is there, so they have the intracellular digestion. First let me show you an example. I have shown here a sponge, a body of a sponge. So it has this vase like structure, and this is a single layer which is formed by cells, cluster of cells, because they don't have tissues. So these cells are called choanocytes. इन cells को क्या बोलते हैं? choanocytes. ये वाली जो मैंने layer show की है. और इनके अंदर क्या होते हैं, जैसे सीलिया होते हैं ना, उस तरह से कॉलर लाइक सेल्स, इनको कॉलर सेल्स भी बोला जाता है, क्योंकि इनके अंदर जो सीलिया टाइप का स्ट्रक्चर होता है जो कि मूवमेंट में हेल्प करता है. फ्लैजेला टाइप का स्ट्रक्चर होता है जो कि जब वाटर अंदर मूव करता है, सो इट हेल्प्स इन द बीटिंग ऑफ द molecules present in the water. Okay, so it has a common opening at the top which is called osculum, and in the center the cavity is called spongiocele. This cavity is called spongiocele, and the small pores which are present over the body is called ostium. Single pore को हम क्या बोलते हैं? ostium, and plural is ostia. Now the intracellular digestion we were talking about. So as we know, they don't have tissue, so they have just cells in their organization. So they have intracellular digestion, means when the water along with the food particles comes inside the body of the organism, that food particles will be taken up by the cells, digested by the cells, and the waste will be released along with the water again. So they have intracellular type of digestion. Next is indirect development. Development we will talk later. Next is the canal system. Canal system is one of the characteristic feature of sponge. Canal system क्या होता है? You know that they have a single opening for entry as well as exit. So the water enters into the body spongiocele through this osculum. It has food particles inside it, which has to be oxygen as well, which has to be taken up by these organisms, and this water will be passed out through these ostia along with the waste particles which has to be removed from the body. Okay, so this type of system, which is called canal system, in which the water will be moved inside the body in a cyclic manner. So this is a characteristic feature of these organisms. Next is, we were talking about, they are hermaphrodite, means sexes are not separate, they are bisexual, and reproduction can be both sexual or asexual. Asexual reproduction by fragmentation means when a small fragment of this organism will be break off, it will form the new organism, and sexual reproduction is by the gamete formation. Gametes will be formed by male and female gametes. Fertilization is external obviously and in the water. Okay. Next is the development. Development is indirect development, means there is a larval stage present during the development of these organisms. So this is all about the phylum Porifera. Examples, let's see the examples. Spongilla is there, Cycon is there, Euplectella is there, and Euspongia. Euspongia का common name है bath sponge, जो bathing के लिए use करते हैं bath sponge, that is actually Euspongia. Okay, so this is all about phylum Porifera. I'll show you the pictures of these examples, so you will find it that how the body of these organisms is porous.
Includes spore-bearing animals which are commonly called sponges. Although they are most common and diverse in the marine environment, around 150 species of sponges live in fresh water. Sponges have very simple structures and are either radially symmetrical or asymmetrical. Sponges are highly branched, cylindrical and hollow. A cavity called spongiocele is enclosed by the body. Their body is supported by a skeleton made up of calcareous or siliceous spicules or spongin fibers. Sponges have a loose organization of cells which are specialized to perform different functions. The different cells found in sponges are pinacocytes, which form the protective layer of the body, choanocytes that maintain the water current inside the body, and amoebocytes which store reserved food. Sponges exhibit holozoic mode of nutrition. They capture food brought close by water currents which are created by choanocytes. The food material is then digested by the process of intracellular digestion, and the remaining water is thrown out of the body through the osculum. In sponges, the processes such as respiration and excretion take place by means of simple diffusion. Sponges have a system of canals. Choanocytes line the inner surface of these canals. Through ostia, the water enters the spongiocele and leaves through a single large osculum. Sponges reproduce asexually by budding, fragmentation, and even by regeneration, where fragments or a part of the body or even isolated cells of a sponge can regenerate or reorganize into a complete sponge. Sponges can also reproduce sexually. The male gametes are released into the water by a sponge. Fertilization between these male gametes and an egg cell then takes place in the body of a neighbor sponge, resulting into the formation of a new individual. Some important examples of sponges are Leucosolinea, Cycin or Scypha, Euplactella, commonly known as Venus flower basket, and Euspongia, commonly known as the bath sponge. Based on certain similarities such as intracellular digestion and the resemblance of amphiblastular larva to a flagellated protozoan, it is said that sponges may have evolved from colonial flagellated protozoans.
So the next phylum in kingdom Animalia is phylum Coelenterata. It is also called as Cnidaria. Okay. So habitat, if you will see, they are aquatic and mostly marine. In water, they can either be fixed, that is the sessile condition, or can be free swimming with the help of their tentacles. Okay, and they have a structure, foot-like structure, which help them to swim in water. Symmetry is they are radially symmetrical. They have tissue level of organization. As you know, Porifera was having cellular level of organization. Now they are the second phylum, so they have tissue level of organization. Why they are called cnidarians? Because of the presence of a special type of cells called cnidocytes in them. So they have this kind of cells in them which are called cnidocytes. Actually इनका एक specific feature क्या होता है? They have a tentacles over their body. जैसे आपने हाइड्रा का देखा है स्ट्रक्चर, सबने हाइड्रा इस तरह से हम टेंटिकल्स ड्रॉ करते हैं, ठीक है. सो दीज टेंटिकल्स इज अ कैरेक्टरिस्टिक फीचर ऑफ द सिलेंट्रेट्स, एंड ऑन these tentacles these cells are present. Okay, these cells are called cnidocytes or cnidoblasts. cnidocyte या cnidoblast भी बोल सकते हैं इनको, और nematocytes भी बोल सकते हैं, nematocysts. ठीक है. So these cells, they have a characteristic feature they have this stinging capsule which help them to either do encourage, means किसी चीज़ को hold करने के लिए, पकड़ने के लिए, defense में भी help करता है. This sting can just sometimes it can release some poisonous chemical which can make the enemy dead, or sometimes it can capture the enemy with the help of this which is called stinging capsule. And the third function is to capture prey. So it also capture its prey with the help of these stinging capsules. Tentacles के अंदर जो ये present होते हैं, तो उसकी वजह से ये अपने prey को, जो उसका food होता है, उसको इस तरह से hold कर लेता है. And so that is why they are called cnidarians, due to presence of these cnidocytes. Next is tissue level of organization, and they are diploblastic. Next is gastrovascular cavity is present. So like the digestive system, they have a common gastrovascular cavity with the opening at the top which is called hypostome. तो opening को क्या बोलते हैं? Hypostome. Next is some of the cnidarians or coelentrates can be acts as coral reefs के बारे में आपने पढ़ा होगा. So that is because of the presence of a layer of calcium carbonate around them, so they are called corals. They show dimorphism, means they can survive in two types of structure which are morphologically different. So this is called dimorphism, means morphologically they can survive in two type of structures, polyp and medusa. तो कुछ coelentrates polyp form में होते हैं और कुछ coelentrates medusa form में होते हैं. So here I have shown this is the medusa form जिसमें एक umbrella like structure होता है और ये tentacles हैं. Tentacles तो आपको cnidarians में मिलेंगे ही मिलेंगे. It is a characteristic feature of the cnidarians. जैसे हमने porifera में पढ़ा था, they have pores over the body, उसी तरह से cnidarians always have tentacles over their body. So they have this medusa. This is the medusa form which is umbrella like. तो इस तरह से जो ये इसके फुट लाइक स्ट्रक्चर होते हैं, इसकी हेल्प से कॉन्ट्रैक्शंस और रिलैक्सेशन मूवमेंट की वजह से ये स्विम कर सकता है. ठीक है. एंड दिस इज़ द पॉलिप फॉर्म, जैसे कि हाइड्रा में होती है, जो कि सेसाइल होता है, सबस्ट्रेटम के साथ फिक्स्ड होता है. सो हेयर आई हैव शोन दिस पॉलिप फॉर्म. जो हाइड्रा का स्ट्रक्चर होता है दैट इज़ द पॉलिप फॉर्म, ऊपर से इस तरह से टेंटिकल्स होते हैं. और मेड्यूसा जो होता है दैट इज़ द अम्ब्रेला लाइक स्ट्रक्चर. Next is digestion. Digestion, it can be extracellular or intracellular. Both type of digestions can be there. Extracellular is when the food will enter inside the cavity and the enzymes will be released by the cells outside. Okay, and digestive enzymes will cause the digestion of the food and the waste will be released out. Or intracellular, that the food will be absorbed, taken up by the cells, and inside the cell the digestion will takes place. Examples are Physalia, it is called Portuguese man of war. Common names आपके NCERT book में दिए हुए हैं, you can see from there. Adamsia यहाँ पे मैंने दिखाया है, जैसे हाइड्रा होता है ना उसी टाइप का स्ट्रक्चर होता है. Adamsia पॉलिप फॉर्म होती है. Then Pinnatula, next is Gorgonia, and next is Mindrina. Okay, so these are the examples of phylum Coelentrata. I will show you the pictures, then you will find it the exact structure. So this is all about the second phylum Coelentrata.
Phylum Coelenterata. The second phylum is Coelenterata or Cnidaria. This phylum includes diverse forms such as jellyfish, corals, and sea anemones. Coelenterates are mostly marine, except for Hydra, which is a freshwater form. They may be sedentary or free swimming. The word coelenterate means hollow gut. Coelenterates are radially symmetrical and their body has 2 or 3 layers, a gastrovascular cavity and a single opening that serves as both mouth and anus, which is usually surrounded by tentacles. Coelenterates possess special stinging cells called cnidocytes or cnidoblasts, which help in food capture, defense mechanism, and an adhesion in case of sessile coelenterates. Coelenterates are carnivorous and exhibit both extracellular digestion, that is, in the gastrovascular cavity, as well as intracellular digestion, that is, inside the nutritive cells of endodermis. In coelenterate, the processes such as respiration and excretion occur by simple diffusion. The nervous system in coelenterates is primitive and consists of a diffuse net of nerve cells. The soft body of coelenterates may be naked or supported by calcareous exoskeleton or endoskeleton. Many coelenterates exhibit polymorphism, that is, they exist in two different body forms, a polyp and a medusa. A polyp is a tubular body form which is usually sessile, while a medusa is an umbrella-shaped free-swimming body form. Polyp represents asexual phase, while a medusa is a sexual stage in a coelenterate's life cycle. A polyp gives rise to medusa by asexual reproduction, by budding, and a medusa produces polyps by sexual reproduction, in which the fertilized egg develops into a ciliated free-swimming planula larva. This is known as alternation of generations or metagenesis. Phylum Coelenterata is divided into three classes: class Hydrozoa, class Kyphozoa, and class Anthozoa. Class Hydrozoa consists of all coelenterates with polyps as a dominant body form. Medusa are either reduced or absent in hydrozoans.